Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Just the Coffee Break. And today's with me none other than our young and talented travel and cruise director of the high seas that goes viral on TikTok with a million views, and we will know more about that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gage.
Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. My name is Gage Griffin. I'm the Cruise and Travel Director currently on board Coding Sam. I've been working for All American Line for the past 3 years in this role. Before that, I was a TV reporter and news anchor in Savannah, Georgia, and Atlanta, Georgia, and now I'm here. Excited to be here.
Well, you have a good background, so tell me what brings you to work in cruise ship.
Yeah, so before I did this, growing up, I did musical theater and jumped around. I was in the national cast of Les Mis. I went all around North America, Canada, Mexico, United States doing that. I was Gavroche, the little boy that dies in it, but I guess everyone in that show dies, so it's not that special. But I did that, graduated high school, then I went to college where I double majored in broadcast journalism and theater, vocal performance minor, was a TV reporter in Savannah, Georgia, and then I was a news anchor in Atlanta, Georgia, and then decided I wanted to change, so I applied for a bunch of cruise lines. I got all the different ones I applied for, and I picked Holland. America was definitely the best choice with the itineraries, the ship, the crew, just everyone was so positive, and I thought we'll do it for a couple months just for fun, and then we go back to TV. But I loved it so much. I can't go back to TV. I love this job too much. So yeah, it's been like that ever since 3 years ago. But the big thing is just to see the world, meet new people, and really that's my favorite thing, getting the chance to meet different people.
Just like me, every day I see wonderful places and meet beautiful people along the way. Amazing. So, is there any like funniest thing you ever experienced during your stay, in this kind of job? Can you share us that?
Yeah, so there's so many different stories that come to mind when you think of that. I think one in particular would be in Alaska. So in Alaska, basically, and I like to tell this story because it's like a warning to other people. So every week when we were up there off the ship, I would get off the ship, I would go get crackers and fresh salmon and cream cheese, and I'd make little snacks out of it, basically. I'd come back to the ship. One week I got all the stuff. I got the salmon, I got the cream cheese, I got the crackers, and I went out and I thought, it's so pretty. I want to go in support. I want to go hike a little bit today, actually. So I start with my backpack on, put all the stuff in my backpack, put my headphones on, and I'm walking. About 20 minutes after I start walking, I notice I keep hearing a rustling behind me, and I'm like, what is that noise? And I keep thinking it's a person jogging. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I'll wait for them to. No one ever runs by, so I'm like, what is that noise? So I finally bend down to fake tie my shoe so that I can look, and I look, and only a few feet away from me is a bear in the path looking straight at me, and I just kind of freeze, and I forgot everything that I told the guests, because I told the guests, oh my god, yes, I was so scared, and I forgot everything I told the guests. I was like, I don't even know, what do I do? The only thing I could remember was a saying that I couldn't even remember if it was right. It was, if it's black, fight back, if it's brown, lie down, and if it's white, good night. And that was the saying. So I was like, should I fight the bear? So I was thinking maybe I could fight the bear. And so as I'm standing there, I kind of think about it, and I'm like, why is it doing this? But this is so weird. And then it hits me, Gage, you have a whole thing of salmon in your backpack. This is probably a beacon for miles. It probably just smells so good to bears. So I realized that, and I pull out the salmon out of my backpack, and its eyes immediately go to the salmon, and I'm like, good news. So I throw the salmon, it runs after the salmon, I run the other way. And I'll never forget, in my ear playing the whole time was the song, because the headphones are in the whole time. It was Britney Spears' Oops, I Did It Again was playing. Which was that's
just on time,
yeah,
right?
I know,
Perfect.
Good timing. So I run away, and as I'm running, I realized I needed to go back that way to get back to Ketchikan.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I had to commit to this hike. It was an hour and a half.
Amazing experience.
So yeah, that was my one life or death experience.
So for you think it's the funniest or the?
I think it's funny now.
Yeah.
I think it's funny now. At the time,
How
it
I
was
wish
scary.
you videotape those.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had like videoed it. That would have been a really good video.
All right.
But yeah,
It's like-
definitely scary at the time, but hilarious now. Oh yeah,
Thank you, Ron.
Yay, perfect. Yeah, this looks great.
So if that's the pianist right now, so the opposite of that, you know, like the scariest or the worst
Yeah.
ever you experience, you know, during your stay on.
Yeah, the scariest. Oh, that's a good question.
Is there any? If any?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess in a way there was one kind of scary, but also kind of funny. It's kind of in the same realm. So my first contract on one of the ships, Eurogram, we saw this yacht floating in the middle of the Caribbean, and it was stranded. So
Okay.
the ship pulls up to it, and
Is it Rapsy?
yeah, it was really rough, and they had no gas left. They were stranded in the middle of the ocean, and we were like, "Oh, we're gonna save these people."
Scary.
Yeah, so we like came up alongside and bring them all back on board. And I was like telling all the guests, I'm like, "We have saved these people, like all this stuff. This is crazy." And we're like, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we saved the day, all this stuff." And then one of security had checked their bags. Inside of these people's bags was filled with I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about, filled with cocaine. And we were like, oh my god, we just
Illegal
rescued drug smugglers. So that we had to take them back to Fort Lauderdale, and the FBI was like not very happy that we brought them back. But then a couple days
Absolutely.
later, the cargo ships picked up the yacht, put it on the yacht, brought it back to Fort Lauderdale. And filled with that yacht was just a ton of drugs, basically, that they had tried to smuggle. So yeah, we did.
Probably
hugged-
become a superhero.
I know, yeah.
All of you, because you know.
I know, yeah, and like we thought we saved these like innocent people, but no, they were trying to smuggle drugs. So that was kind of scary. So
That
after
is
that, they
scary.
did get moved to the brig.
Yeah, they might
the
rob
jail.
the whole.
I know, yeah.
Shit,
So
man.
that was, yeah, I guess that was the scariest after we found out who they were. Because I was standing right next to them. And then we found out who they were, and I was like, I'm going to get away. I'm going to leave. Yeah.
Okay, that is interesting.
Yeah, it was
I
crazy.
have one last question. I know you have a hectic schedule,
No, you're
Gage,
good.
and thank you for having me today. And my last question is, anything you can say about those people who are looking forward to see the world? You know, can you say something about, you know, like our fellow workers and those people who love to sail with the high seas?
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing I would say, if anyone's looking to get into this industry in any form, whatever job that you're looking into, it's definitely a great way to see all over the planet. I've been to all 7 continents in this job. I've been to 67 countries in 3 years, which is just crazy. And there's no other way that I would have been able to do this while being paid and working at the same time, which is crazy.
That's the perks.
Yeah, I'm not like I'm being paid to go to all these places, which is incredible. And also just getting to meet these people from all different places all over the world, whether they're guests, whether they're crew, really is like a little miniature United Nations. But if you want to see the world, if you want to travel and experience new cultures, new people every day, while also getting paid to do it, this is definitely the perfect job, the perfect industry for that.
So what are you waiting for, folks? Yeah?
Yeah.
Sail with us.
Yeah,
the high
come
seas.
join. I would love that, please.
Cheers. Thank you, Gage.
Thank-
One more question. One more question. Okay,
Okay.
I forgot. You know, can you tell us more about the viral videos on TikTok
Yeah,
that has a million views?
yeah. So
That was awesome.
Yeah, so I surprised my family one big video where I went home for dry dock. So basically during the dry dock, most of the crew gets to stay on board. The entertainment department was told we were able to go home. So I didn't tell any of my family I was going to come home. And I basically recorded all the reactions flying from Singapore all the way back home to the United States in Louisville, Kentucky. And to say the least, my family is crazy, and they reacted very crazily.
It's the reaction.
Yeah,
Oh
my
goodness.
mom like screams, and like my sister screams and hits the ground. My dad, and then my cousin was crying. Like my grandma had like a dog carrier on.
I long lost.
I know. and You would think
family
that they
members.
hadn't seen me for 20 years. Like you would
That's feel like
it felt like it. But it made me feel so good. And I just posted it on TikTok thinking for fun. And I do post a lot on TikTok,
Yeah,
but
to watch it.
it got about what 3.2 million views, which is crazy, and like 300,000 likes, which has been just insane. And I've
Just insane.
been getting interviewed by news organizations and different people, but it's been a whirlwind, to say the least. And I've been still posting on TikTok every so often when I have a little bit of time, and it's been quite cool. And some of them have really blown up along the way, and I'm definitely going to keep doing it. Fun way to document.
Who doesn't
my life.
love Gage?
Yeah,
Everybody loves Gage.
But no,
So,
it's
when you miss the ship, we might probably also get shocked, right?
Yeah,
Or when
yeah.
you come back, oh, okay.
I know, yeah.
I should
I
follow.
hope they need to react every time like that. Yeah, it made me feel
That
good.
will be your trademark, right?
I know, yeah. My parents just getting super excited when I come home. Yeah.
And again, Greg, thank you for spending time with me having coffee breaks.
Yes, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thanks for the call.
Subscribe, peace, bye.